Tonight, a full-day hearing in federal court in Chicago has just wrapped up. On one side, you had attorneys representing some detainees at the county jail, civil rights attorneys. They were squared off against Cook County attorneys representing the Sheriff Tom Dart, who supervises the jail operation.
I don't want this agony on anyone because this will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Outside Cook County Jail this afternoon, Cassandra Greer Lee says what will haunt her is what happened to her husband of 4 years on the inside of the jail. This man, 42-year-old convicted bank robber Nicholas Lee, was awaiting trial on a new case, armed violence charges from 2018, including aggravated assault on a police officer. In late March, she said her husband got sick in his cell and that she tried to get him help, but that nobody at the jail did anything.
I called over 132 times. No one was there to help me. No one was there to help him. Finally, from March 29th to April 6th, finally was taken over to John Stroger Hospital in the ICU. He was already in a severe stage of COVID, and he passed away April 12th at 4:20 a.m.
That kind of situation is what brought attorneys for some other county jail detainees to a federal courtroom today by video conference. Judge Matthew Kennelly considering their request for a larger release of prisoners to prevent them from getting sick and possibly dying.
There are steps that medical evidence has told us are necessary. And if the sheriff is the sheriff again today, through Michael Miller testified, if they cannot do that, like social distancing, then plaintiffs intend to continue to pursue release.
Even though Cassandra Greer Lee says she wasn't trying to get her husband out on bond, his history precluded that. She says he didn't deserve to die from a virus while he was just awaiting trial behind bars.
Cook County found my husband guilty and gave him a death sentence. That's not fair. I didn't win the battle for my husband. All I can do now is try to help the others that's here, that's still alive.
Her husband, Lee, was the third of 6 jail detainees to die of coronavirus. In a statement to the I-Team, Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart says he calls the detainees' extensive history of felony convictions dating back 20 years for drug and gun offenses. At the same time, the sheriff continues to be a staunch defender of the way the jail has handled this virus outbreak, saying that everything they've done has been aimed at saving lives, not taking them. A federal court decision now expected by Monday afternoon on whether to grant a wider release of jail detainees.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.
Everybody just dying and getting sick, like it's serious as Like, they literally leaving us in here to die. They talking about social distancing and Hold on. This fuck over here, they talking about stay 6 feet, fuckers and and look at this fuck over here. Fuck over here dying from corona. They got fuck in my room. Then they gave us these masks and literally like said good luck.
Black power people, soul to see, Streets Watching TV. I'm back with another dynamic exclusive video for your conscience. Fam, we going in on COVID-19 biological weapon created by the elite to depopulate the earth. We're talking about COVID-19 inside the prison system. You may have loved ones that's trapped inside a prison, in jails, or some type of form of lockdown facility mandated by the courts. You may have a loved one that died from COVID-19 being in prison, and trust and believe that they're not getting adequate medical treatment. These correctional staff members are murdering your loved ones by denying them medical treatment. Yes, indeed. This is why you can't get in contact with your people And when you do talk to your people, they already sick. And the administration will not do nothing to give the inmates any type of relief medically. They neglected them. So if you get COVID-19, they may push you into a solitary confinement by yourself until you die. What a way to die without any medical treatment. There's several stories that's happening around the United States and also around the world where prisoners are being deliberately killed by the administration of the prison facilities, federal and state, worldwide. Where's Black Lives Matter at? How come they're not at the prison protesting for the prisoners? Why the prisoners are made to suffer? If one is already doing time for their crime, they're already paying their dues. They don't need to suffer behind jail no more. I don't care what you're locked up for. Once you get that sentence, you should not be judged no more by society. You're doing your time. You're paying your dues for what you did. It shouldn't be a death sentence. I know some people say, well, we don't give a fuck about inmates, especially if they black and committed a crime. Rich white people probably would say, well, if they wouldn't have committed a crime, they wouldn't die in prison. No one should have to die from a man-made disease created by the elite. So I feel sorry for you loved ones in prison who can't get out. I'm sorry for your loved ones who trapped in prison can't get medical attention. You know why they can't get medical attention? Because this is a depopulation of the earth run created by your government, whether you believe that or not. You see the new strain of vaccine is out. A new strain of COVID-19 is out due to the vaccine that's been administered to the public. The new strain is in the vaccine. UK was the first one to get it. So we know UK jails where they just letting people die at. This is a population control. So if your loved ones in prison, in jail, and catch COVID, pray that they beat it on themselves. They beat it themselves. That they beat COVID themselves. COVID-19 cases and death in federal and state prison are significantly higher than the general U.S. population. Check that out. So if you got a loved one who got COVID-19, that's a case that you might not hear from that loved one no more. The prison administration will hide the fact. Fam, I'm tell you what's going on. People going to jail. It'd be a bad time for a person in jail to have a conflict with their prison administration. We talking about the race soldiers that work inside the penitentiary. Yes, the Ku Klux Klan and Aryan Brotherhood has invaded the correctional staff. So you have a correctional officer who may hate someone from a different race. He can kill you and call it COVID-19. This is what they're not telling you, what's going on in the world right now. See, before COVID-19, inmates were being murdered by the correctional staff, and no one does nothing about it. Now, COVID-19 is a way for the race soldiers to eliminate black people. According to Johns Hopkins University at Bloomberg School of Public Health, prison COVID-19 cases are 5 times higher than the U.S. population. According to the new research, 39 deaths per 1,000 inmates die in prison after getting the COVID-19 virus. And 1 of 5 inmates tests positive for the virus, COVID-19. Where's Black Lives Matter at? Brothers and sisters are being killed in prison, denied medical attention by the prison administration. Trust and believe they're watching our people die from COVID-19. They're not getting on ventilators. I know the governor of your state is probably telling you that they're sending ventilators to the prisoners when they contract COVID-19, when they can't breathe on their own. They're not getting ventilators. They're not getting no type of treatment. They're watching them die. This is a population control. Whether you people want to believe it or not, this is that kryptonite. This is the white man's kryptonite that he has unleashed upon the populace of our people. Here in Ohio, 1 in 5 inmates catches COVID-19. And every inmate that has a severe case of COVID-19 would not make it in Ohio. Ohio prisoner guards and staff have a propensity to kill inmates. It's prevalent for staff members in Ohio to kill inmates. This is what they do. This is nothing new. COVID-19 just a cover-up. Fam, you got loved ones in prison? The best thing we could do as a people, wherever your state at, is join or form, rather I should say, form an organization so strong to advocate for those who lock behind bars. And fuck you if you in my fucking comments saying, well, they should have never got locked up. Fuck you. You just an insensitive motherfucker. Every man and woman deserves a second chance in life. I don't give a fuck what they done. They are redeemable. Especially black people, we are redeemable. We can't go so low that we cannot redeem ourselves. So I don't give a fuck about somebody being locked up. We gotta combat these race soldiers, white supremacy, for our people that's locked up behind bars. We got people that's locked up behind bars, ain't did nothing. Locked up innocent. Do the innocent deserve to die from COVID-19? Everybody in prison shouldn't be there. So I know motherfucker will be down in my comments talking about, well, they should have never went to prison. You don't know the people's circumstance. They may be from the streets. You don't know no people's circumstance. You don't know why they in prison. So who are you to judge? So fuck you if you're upholding the system who sat back watching inmates die. This is big money. They probably selling the organs on the motherfucking black market. I wouldn't be surprised they selling inmates' organs on the black market. They don't have COVID-19, but they said they dying of COVID-19. Streets watching. Leave comments below. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but we need to bang on this motherfucking beast to run the fucking penitentiary. Because I'm telling you, the staff at every penitentiary is watching black people die. Streets watching.